March 8th, 2014. Just after midnight, Kuala Lumpur Airport stood quiet as a routine international flight prepared for departure. Ground crews moved with precision under dim lights, preparing a Boeing 777 for a journey that seemed completely ordinary. Inside the cabin, passengers settled into their seats, unaware that this routine flight would soon become history's greatest mystery. Moments later, the aircraft accelerated down the runway, lifting smoothly into the dark sky above Malaysia. The plane climbed steadily, disappearing into the night. Inside the cockpit, everything remained calm, as the pilots monitored instruments with routine precision. At 1:19 a.m., the aircraft sent its final routine transmission, sounding completely normal. Seconds later, the transponder stopped. To radar systems, the aircraft simply vanished without warning. But military radar told a different story. The aircraft had turned, sharply changing its direction. Instead of continuing forward, it flew back across Malaysia, as if guided by a deliberate decision. Above the Earth, satellite systems silently continued, tracking faint signals from the aircraft. Analysts studied these signals, trying to understand how a modern aircraft could disappear so completely.
Look at the deviation here.
News of the missing flight spread globally, as media outlets began reporting the unfolding mystery. At Beijing Airport, families waited anxiously, unaware that the flight would never arrive. Far away, the vast Indian Ocean stretched endlessly, soon becoming the center of the search. Back in the cockpit, the final words remained unchanged, calm and routine, with no sign of distress. Somewhere in the system, key communication signals were manually disabled, one by one. Military radar continued tracking the aircraft as it moved steadily westward into darker airspace.
That track just changed
Inside the
direction.
cabin, everything appeared normal. No panic, no alarms, only silence. The aircraft crossed into remote regions, far from radar coverage, following an unexpected path. Over the Andaman Sea, the aircraft continued flying, now completely isolated from the world below. Satellite handshakes revealed the plane was still airborne, sending faint signals into the darkness. Hour after hour, the aircraft continued its journey, with no communication and no known destination. Investigators later discovered flight simulator data that showed similar routes into remote oceans. All evidence pointed toward one place, the southern Indian Ocean, vast and nearly impossible to search. As fuel levels dropped, the aircraft likely continued on autopilot, maintaining altitude in silence. Eventually, both engines may have failed, leaving the aircraft gliding through the dark sky. What followed remains unknown, as the aircraft descended into the ocean without a trace.
Years later, fragments began washing ashore. The truth remains hidden, somewhere beneath these waters.